But let's start with Republican nominee Donald Trump, ramping up those allegations that the presidential election is rigged. Overnight at a rally in Green Bay, Wisconsin, again hammering home the claim.
They even want to try to rig the election at the polling booths. And believe me, there's a lot going on. Do you ever hear these people? They say there's nothing going on. People that have died 10 years ago are still voting. Illegal immigrants are voting. I mean, where are the street smarts of some of these politicians?
And we got John Carl joining us now from the battleground state of Florida, which was the epicenter of the last presidential election controversy. And I don't have to tell you, Trump is not letting this one go, John.
Oh, he is obsessed with this. Everywhere he is talking about this. This morning, he is still tweeting about it. And this is a bedrock principle of American democracy, the peaceful transition of power, the integrity of our election systems. He is saying that they don't have integrity. So I asked one of the Republican leaders he's talking about last night. I moderated a debate here in Florida last night between the Senate candidates, and I asked Marco Rubio about this. Listen to his response. There's been a lot of question about the legitimacy of this election. Donald Trump has said this election is absolutely being rigged.
This election's not being rigged. And I'm going to explain to you why it's not being rigged in Florida and why I hope he stops saying that. Why he should stop saying that. We have 67 counties in this state, each of which conduct their own elections. I promise you there is not a 67 county conspiracy to rig this election.
Well, and here's another thing, Robin. When you talk about this, local election officials in much of the country are Republicans. In fact, in the two biggest battleground states, Ohio and Florida, the two top election officials are Republicans.
But John, what do they do? What do states do to ensure that the elections are fair? And because of what Donald Trump is saying, do you think this year they're extra careful?
Oh, yes. I think there will be an eagle eye on all of the election, largely because of what Donald Trump's saying. But really, this was the case before Donald Trump uttered the word rigged. I mean, I was down here covering the Florida recount in 2000. Believe me, after that process, people did a big scrub of the election process, teams of lawyers for both parties. This is something that has been looked at very carefully for a long time.
Good point there, John.
All right. Well, thank you, John.